Hey guys, what is up? It is Foxx here, and I'm doing my money making guide. This is what I personally did to get money. Some people might call this a little iffy because of the way you used to make money. You're kind of taking advantage of people, but it's in the game and it's to be used. So why don't you use it? Obviously, before you start this main money making, you're gonna want some base gear like Torva and a sickle or something like that. But it's pretty easy. Go to Boss Teleport and go to Dragon Bone. Now I'm sure everyone has heard of this, but you probably didn't hear about the twist. Now it's a little full right now, however, when you get your own boss, you can kill the Dragon Bone for a piece of Dragon Bone. Now, usually the melee you can sell between 20 and 30 bill, but it can take a couple days because of how much of it is actually in the game. You want the cash now. You don't want to wait 3-4 days when you can get the cash and get closer to a nice katana or something. So my tip to you is, rather than waiting the 3 days to sell it, just go over to Dice Zone and dice it. It's just an item, so you're actually not losing any cash, because to me, I prefer cash over anything, and just dice that. And if you dice it for 20 bill cash, you might be able to sell it for 30 bill, but it's going to take you 3 days, versus where if you could dice it for 20 bill cash, you can get it right away. Now if you lose, just go get another item. It's easy. It's not like you just lost 100 bill cash. That's why, as a person who's not very wealthy, I do not recommend dicing in any way, shape, or form. Yes, there is that one chance that you can get rich, but the hosts usually have a better chance of winning. So unless you have a significant amount to where you can host, you're not going to make much as a dicer until you have a decent bake. My bad, didn't mean to drop that. So that's how I basically made my money, is just going to bosses and get certain items and dicing them. Now, it didn't just stop at Dragon Bone, or sometimes I would do it with Nex if I was really low on money. I would also go to Venenatis when I had a Brutal Whip. When I eventually had enough money for a Brutal Whip, I would go there and, sometimes I'd get a Sickle drop, or I'd get Flame Torva drop. Rather than taking the time to sell those, I would dice them, because it's easy cash. Now, those big items like Flame Torva or Sickles, don't dice them, because sometimes you can find a buyer within a few hours, if not even an hour. But some difficult items that could take a little bit longer to sell, like Dragon Bone or Torva, or even a Glock from Mini Boss Land, just go dice them. And that's how I made like a good 500 bill to around 2 trill for the first bit of my money. But yeah, Venenatis was one of the ways I continued to make a lot of money. So that'd be my goal to go for, is just to go for, to use my dicing strategy to get enough money for a Brutal Whip so you can do Venenatis, because Venenatis can potentially be very good money, especially if you have a Ring of Wealth and you use it properly. To me, that's one of the best ways to make money, if not the best way to make money in the game, because everyone says dicing is the best way to make money, but I just lost like 40 trill cash yesterday, so I don't really consider it that great. But when you do win, it's great. Obviously, the best way to make money is donating to the server. But if you're not the type of donator, just try my method. It works. Now, you can't always find somebody who is willing to take an item as a bet. But if you can find somebody who's willing to do item versus item, let's say you do Dragon Bone Plate Body versus Dragon Bone Plate Body, and you win, that just gives you another chance to dice it for 60 bill cash if you can find somebody that can do cash. And if you can't find somebody to do cash, wait a little bit. Go back and get some more drops at the Dragon Bone boss. And while you're getting the kills, maybe advertise that you're selling it, because you might get a sale in between. But if you don't get a sale, every hour, go check the Dice Zone and see if you can find somebody who will take your item as a bet versus cash. But that's how I made my money, and that was my guide. Peace out, guys.